What's going on? This is Shanko Ray, aka Real Deal Ray. Out here, taking a quick break. Thought I'd make a quick video. Um, every once in a while, this is just gonna be real brief. Just an idea, just to put a bug in your ear. You know what I'm saying? Spirit was basically just illuminating certain things with me. Of course, it's kind of common sense, but common sense isn't common. And the title of this video is Intention versus Identity. And the whole thing about this particular video is just to sometimes we got to question ourselves. Sometimes we get so obsessed with whatever the goal is or whatever the intention is. We forget the little systems that make up all the processes that go into, accomplishing whatever goal it is and or being the person who just accomplishes or who has or who is those particular intentions. You know, I started watching an interview with this guy named James Clear. He has a book called Atomic Habits. And the whole premise is just about how the tiny, most minuscule little habits end up having the biggest impact. And if you think about it, mostly everything is built on something small. Even, our reality, everything that we consider to be big is based on the small, the quantum, the unseen. So, taking it from that perspective, I would want to encourage you to begin thinking about little tiny microscopic minuscule ways that you can either create a habit or even perhaps do away with one that is working against you, and I'm fortunate enough to have certain individuals in my life whose strong points are maybe more geared toward creating systems, because you need a system. Your morning system might be get up, brush your teeth, slam something down your throat, and be on your way out the door or something. You know, um, but it just was really illuminated and drove home to me, and about how just important it is. And every once in a while, we all need something like that. We all need to be reminded. And when you break down, a lot of us too get lost in the goal because the goal seems so big. And of course, we've all heard about chunking shit down into manageable steps and all that. But let me give you something that actually he said that kind of, I don't know, for whatever reason, struck a chord with me based on, he was talking about your goal might be, let's say, to write a best-selling book. But what's going to support that is just to be a writer. Whether So that way the goal is not so important, because goals and milestones, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. Once you accomplish it, it's like you bust the nut. After the nut, it's like, okay, what else? But when you assume the identity, in this example, let's just say, as opposed to, I want a best-selling book, and that's just your goal. What if your intention was to be a writer? And then that way, a goal such as having a best-selling book would just be a byproduct of being a writer. And what are the habits and systems that go into making a writer? Writing every day, right? Whether it's a page, whether it's a paragraph, something tiny. Good thing about tiny shit, though, is it's very easy to do. And once you do it, if you can commit yourself to doing something extremely tiny, very tiny, then it's easier to get momentum. So even magically speaking, what systems do you have in place? Go ahead and drop a comment here too. What systems do you have in place to enhance, to improve, your magical practices, your techniques? I said practices because it is a practice. It's something we have to do consistently. It's a lifestyle. Just like I always use, the physical fitness one, because it makes a lot of sense. It does apply to a lot of, basically any area. Going to the gym one time is not going to do you any good. Just like if you eat healthy every day and you have one day where you eat a bunch of shit, it's not going to affect. you know, but it's the tiny things that make up. So your goal might be a particular body shape, size, whatever. But if you shift perspectives and say, my intention is to be someone who is physically fit, then the tiny habits are able to fit into that a lot more. And one of the goals or signs along the way of your journey is, of course, having that particular body or whatever, having that career, having that whatever, having those spiritual experiences. And even in relationships, tiny things make a difference in a relationship, which can improve it, which can destroy it, you know. So I just wanted to make this video just to, maybe spark an idea or something, because when I get sparked, I know I'm not the only one who can benefit from it. So that's about it. Just do that. So I'm on my way to the post office right now, and wanted to stop here, maybe take a dip in the damn lake. Right. Yeah. Anyways, but I hope y'all are well. Hey, this is a Monday right now. We're still having the last few hours of our in Scorpio. We still got a lot of that full moon energy out, so take advantage of it. We got specials, whether on magic rituals, whether on consultations, whether on readings. Make sure you take your ass over there, okay? Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. And if I didn't mention, like, share,